Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Monday Mojo with me, Coach Mo. Happy President's Day. Most of us have the day off, so maybe you won't even see this until Tuesday, and that's quite all right. You'll probably need a reflection on Tuesday morning to get your week going. So thank you for joining me. We are in the thick of the wisdom of Sundays with Oprah, and I just find it a really amazing way to reflect and to get us thinking about what we may need to think about this week for ourselves to help move us forward. So today we're actually on the chapter of intention. Today we're reading from Brene Brown. And who doesn't love Brene? I still know that there are many people out there who don't know of Brene, who haven't seen one of her TED Talks or read one of her books. You're missing out. So let me introduce you to a little bit about Brene and her main topic, which is vulnerability. So Oprah asks, what does it mean to dare greatly? And Brene says, to me, it means the courage to be vulnerable, to show up and be seen, to ask for what you need, to talk about how you're feeling, to have the hard conversations. We asked people in the research, what is vulnerability to you? And Oprah says many people think vulnerability equates to weakness, right? And Brene says, let's see. She says, yeah, for sure. And I think that vulnerability is the cornerstone of confidence because you have to allow yourself to take the risk, to be open, to live as a wholehearted person. When you can do that, you recognize that you're really just like everybody else. And that gives you the confidence to be yourself, which is all you really need in life, is to be more of yourself. And Brene says, that's it. And you can't get to courage without walking through vulnerability, period. So courage is a huge topic. I work with a lot of women executives and I don't think that it separates, women and men. Both deal with how to be confident, how to be courageous. And vulnerability, although I think has expanded quite a bit for both men and women, at least my clients are so willing to be vulnerable, at least to recognize that they need to stretch in that area. But we all still have points in our lives, whether we're transitioning from one corporate gig to another, and many of us think that we're too old to start a career or to go back to school. Or many of us who are perhaps jumping from corporate life into entrepreneurship. And boy, do you really need to jump off that cliff when you make that change and to be seen and to be heard like I'm doing with you. We are in a world of where everyone has their brand. And if we're not aligned and feeling authentic with who we are and we're not courageous and confident, it's going to be very difficult to make that connection with others out there who we want to work with. And so, today I would love for you to think about where might you be a little more vulnerable, right? Whether it has to do with your career, making that transition, or becoming a little more bold in your career, speaking up, really feeling like you're authentic, and you can share that with the world without wondering what people think about you. Maybe you want to focus on a relationship in your life, a loving relationship or a partnership, or maybe you intuitively know that in order for one of these relationships in your life to get better, to get to that next level, it requires vulnerability, right? So think about that. I'd love for you to just reflect on that this week, see what that opens up for you. And I firmly believe that if you're watching this video, it's because you in some way, shape, or form needed to hear this message today. So think about where you need to be more courageous. Think about where your confidence is at. Is there is it necessary for you to really, elevate your confidence in order for you to achieve success this year? We're at the end of February, right? So I hope we haven't given up on our goals yet. Let's maybe use vulnerability to help us achieve some of those goals that we are maybe thinking about giving up on. So that's our reflection for today. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful short work week, and I'll catch you next Monday. Bye-bye.